Let's get more on this now from ABC analyst Matthew Dowd with us right here, and in Las Vegas, Democratic political strategist, GMA political contributor James Carville. Thanks to both of you for coming in. And Matthew, let me begin with you. John talked about this insurmountable delegate lead that Mitt Romney has right now. Let's look at last night. He won 213 delegates to Rick Santorum's 84. Huge advantage. And then you look overall, he's got well more than twice as many delegates as Santorum right now. They will make the case there's no way Santorum can catch him.
Yeah, they're going to make that math argument all day long. They're going to probably send out 20 Excel spreadsheets saying there's no way that Rick Santorum can do this. But the two things happened that night. One, Mitt Romney won the math, but I think he lost a big part of his mojo. I think he thought he was coming into this thing, was going to begin to unify the party at the end of the night, give a big speech and sort of say we're now moving forward against Barack Obama. He cannot do that as of now. He's got a bad slog ahead for him that Rick Santorum could easily win 5 primaries or caucuses in the next 2 weeks.
And still not catching. But James Carville usually give advice to Democrats. So take that hat off for a second. Give some advice to Mitt Romney. How does he handle this right now?
You know, right now he's in a tough thing, and I think that the thing that is said that has made the most sense to me in this entire cycle is said by Barbara Bush, who said that this was the worst campaign she's ever seen, and I suspect that Mrs. Bush has seen a lot of campaigns. Romney can't even get on the ballot in Virginia and parts of Ohio. I mean, these are not campaigns
Santorum
in the sense that people normally run against. I mean, Santorum couldn't even get on the ballot in these areas. And Gingrich couldn't get on the ballot in Virginia. Now, of course, Romney's going to win. He can have his Excel spreadsheets, and he's going to put them out there. But I think Matthew would agree. He's not running home. He's limping home. And the country, if you look at the polls, you see it very unimpressive. This has been a terrible cycle for them so far.
Yeah, and this to me reminds, there's been more sequels than this than the Halloween movies. And just like Jason, this keeps coming back. Every time Mitt Romney thinks he's got it over and it's done, he's put it away, there comes Jason out of the woods and he's coming on him again. I think this is.
But here's the difference. Jason can't get the nomination.
No.
Neither can Rick Santorum or Newt Gingrich, given where they are right now.
But what they can do is prevent Mitt Romney by the end of this process from getting the total number of delegates he can win. And what their hope is by doing that, by throwing a bunch of roadblocks in front, winning a bunch of states, keeping him from that number, is they can go show how weak he is going into the convention and basically turn to the convention and say, you cannot nominate this guy.
And James, Democrats look at that. The president looks at this. His campaign looks at this and says, oh boy, keep it going.
Which, to some extent, it does. But Matthew, I think you'll agree with me. Romney's not so much running against Santorum or Gingrich. He's running against 1144 and running to get to that number prior to the time he gets to Tampa. I mean, that's very important for him. And I think most people believe that he can get there. It's just going to take he will get there. It's just going to take an awfully long time.
And Matthew, how does he handle it, though? Does he go after Rick Santorum at this point? That's what's worked for him in the past, sort of beating his opponents down. Or does he have to somehow get bigger and try to unify the party?
I think all of us would agree he's got to get bigger and he's got to do some change. I don't think they will. I think what they're going to do is convince themselves that this is a tactical battle, that they're going to keep going through the slog, doing it, as Mitt Romney said in his own speech, day by day. I don't think they're going to change strategy, and I think now they know this is going through June, and they're going to just keep doing it yard by yard by yard.
Okay, thank you both very much. And you can get a whole lot more on the presidential race by going to goodmorningamerica.com on Yahoo.
So what's your bottom line, George?
I do think Mitt Romney's going to get the nomination. I think it's going to take an awful long time, right up until June. But the more Rick Santorum wins, I think this is setting up the possibility where Rick Santorum is going to be able to make the claim, you have to put me on the ticket, Mitt Romney, if you want this nomination.
Could be. All right.